after retiring from the army. I opened a $5 all-you-can-eat diner in a small town. If someone didn't have money, I would still give them a bowl of noodles for free. One day, a couple rushed in and knelt before me. Their son was getting married. They had scraped together money for a house and dowry, but couldn't afford the wedding banquet. They begged me to prepare dozens of tables first, and said they'd pay me after collecting red envelopes at the wedding. I felt soft-hearted and agreed without hesitation. On the wedding day, I worked all day to get every table ready. After it ended, the couple thanked me over and over, but told me the red envelopes had gone to the bride as a gift. They couldn't repay me. They said they'd pay me after selling their pig, so I had them write an IOU. Over the years, I collected piles of IOUs like this. Later, a hotel owner came to recruit me as his head chef, but I knew he made shady money. I couldn't leave my little diner and loyal customers. I rejected him without a second thought. He mocked me, said customers would never remember my kindness. I just laughed at him, but unexpectedly. My daughter suddenly fell seriously ill and was hospitalized. My ex-wife blamed me for not taking care of her. Only my understanding daughter defended me, faced with huge medical bills. I clenched my teeth and swore I'd raise the money. I first went to that aunt's house to collect the debt. Seeing their big new house, I knew they had sold the pig, but to my surprise, she instantly turned hostile and pretended not to know me. I told her about my daughter's condition and accused them of forgetting kindness, but the couple angrily kicked me out. Then I went to the second house. I pulled out the IOU and told the gambler. He owed me $4,000 from his father's funeral 3 years ago. He nearly made me explode with anger, said his dad was dead, and told me to go ask the dead for the money, facing such shamelessness. I had no choice but to swallow my frustration. When I went to the third house, I wised up. I slammed a knife on the table and fiercely demanded the town bully repay me after eating for free for 4 years. My intimidation worked, but he turned and ran. I couldn't even catch a glimpse of him. Looking at the thick stack of IOUs in my hand, I felt like crying. Through debt collecting, I saw the worst of human nature, even worse. They reported me.
The inspector questioned how my business stayed afloat despite constant losses.
I showed him the IOUs and explained my hardships with a bitter smile. He looked suspicious, but said there would be a hearing the next day. At that moment, the shady hotel boss showed up. He said he could fix everything if I agreed to work for him. He offered me a high salary. Right then, I realized he had bribed the villagers to report me. He admitted it, said he gave each person $300. I felt heartbroken. I had spent 10 years feeding people for $5, only to be betrayed over $300, he sneered. Said people's hearts are never full. Tried to convince me to join him in upscale dining, but I stood firm. I would never compromise. He laughed coldly. Told me reality would teach me a lesson. The next day, the hearing began. I stated I always used quality ingredients. I ran the diner with heart. All I got in return were unpaid IOUs. The inspector asked why the villagers didn't repay. The gambler twisted the truth, claimed my food always tasted rotten. Another man said the food was never worth $5. Claimed I used spoiled veggies and fatty scraps. Said I should be paying them instead. They had no intention of returning a cent. I felt chilled to the bone. These people had never gotten sick from my food. How could it be so bad?